Happy February 14th and happy Monday! Okay, so obviously if it's February 14th, 2016, it's actually not Monday. Today is Sunday. But I wanted to release this episode of The Jamie Gray Show a day early for potentially obvious reasons. Okay. I'm gonna tell you guys 4 things that you should never say to a single person. I want to make sure that I clarify that when I'm talking about a single person, I'm referring to single adults. Much love to the 11, 12, and 13-year-olds out there, but this is not, I'm not talking about y'all. I know that the people that typically say these things, and especially if you've ever said these things to me, I'm not truly heartbroken or offended. And I know that these things, I believe, are typically said with a pure heart and with pure intentions, and not at all to cause confusion or frustration on the single person. Here we go. In my personal, humble opinion, I think the worst thing that someone could ever say to a single Christian or single person in general is, "You've got time." Unless you are claiming to know the future, you should never say anything that is absolute. When I was 16 years old and I wanted to go to college, everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, that's the best idea ever." When I was 19 and I wanted to sign my record deal, everybody was like, you have to do it. When I was 20 and I wanted to go to grad school, I ended up not going. Everybody was like, you gotta do it. Education is number one, make it super important. When my sister was, I think, 19 years old and she wanted to go study abroad in England, everybody was like, oh my goodness, you'll never get a chance like this ever again in your life. When I was 20 and I bought a house, everybody was like, I'm so proud of you. You worked so hard for this. This is what you deserve. You should do it. Work hard. When I was 17 and I wanted to move to Nashville, 4.5 hours away from my mom and dad, and go to a different college and work on a kids TV show, everybody was like, that's such a good idea. You should take this full-time job and go to this college out of state away from your parents. It's such a good idea. We're so proud of you. You should go do it. And now that I'm 24 years old, if I ever mention, oh, I would like to be a wife someday, just as I feel I have been called to be, and I would love to be a mother and raise up God-fearing and adorable little awkward, goofy, banjo-playing homeschooled children, then people look at me and they say, you've got time. Now, the truth is we should never be encouraging people to rush into something quicker than they should. We should never be like, oh my goodness, you're 13 years old. You don't have a husband lined up. Are you crazy? But it blows my mind how so often as Christians, we will tell our kids from like a super young age, like, you need to go ahead and get ready with this sport because you're going to be a professional athlete, or you need to work hard in this class because it's going to reflect your SAT scores, or you need to really work hard at this so that you can go to this college, or work hard at this so you can buy this, or work hard at this so you can be this person. And the second a young single person talks about their desires to get married and to want to have that part in their lives, and we start telling them that they're too young to be thinking about it and that it's an awful idea. And a lot of times married people start talking about how they wish they had waited and they wish they hadn't gotten married at a young age and all that stuff. And I'm just like, well, I'm so sorry that you're going through that, but the Lord has put this desire on my heart. What is wrong with that? Then the second thing y'all start saying, it'll happen when you least expect it. I don't know about y'all, but I serve a God who does great and amazing things. And I don't ever wake up expecting my Jesus not to move in a big way. I mean, sometimes I do wake up with a bad attitude and I'm like, Lord, really? And that's not even talking about relationships. Sometimes I just wake up with a bad attitude because I'm a human. I don't ever want to be at a place where I'm sitting around not expecting God to move and not expecting Him to fulfill desires that I have in my heart. Now, of course, those are going to be in His timing, because joke's on me. There are many things that I have prayed for and hoped for that the Lord has been like, little girl, you need to sit yourself down and wait on me. But I don't think that it's healthy to tell singles over and over and over again to not pray for it, to not desire it, and just think, okay, when you close your eyes and you're content enough, the Lord's gonna drop a magical unicorn in your life that'll give you whatever you want. Number 3 is a response. A lot of times when singles say, oh, I wanna be married, or I wanna be dating someone, I wanna be in a relationship, then people come immediately and they say that you need to be content, which the 4th one works in here as well. Then when singles walk around and say, I'm so content, I'm so glad with where the Lord has me, then people are like, well, why don't you want to get married? I can't win here. I think at the end of the day, and you guys have heard me use this word a lot, it all comes down to intention. If you are with a single person and all they talk about is how obsessed they are with wanting to get married, and all they do is Google a bunch of rings and stuff, and they're not even in a relationship, then your intention behind saying you've got time could actually be the best thing for them and helping them calm down and not be so obsessed with wanting to be married. My mom was calling me, sorry. Hello? No, I'm really tired and I have to edit a video today. I'm gonna upload my Monday video early. Some of these same things that I'm saying, don't say to single people. If your heart is right and the intention is pure, they actually might be the best thing to say to single people. Ultimately, this is just one of these phases in life where you're just gonna get a bunch of awkward questions and awkward statements thrown at you. Because once you're in a relationship, everybody's gonna be asking you when you're getting engaged. And once you're engaged, everybody's gonna be like, well, when are you getting married? And once you're married, when are you having a kid? And once you have a kid, when are you having another kid? So again, I'm Jamie Grace and I'm only human. I can't fix all the awkward conversations happening all across the world. When you meet someone that is single and you find out that they're single, maybe instead of immediately telling them how it worked for you or how it'll happen when they least expect it or how they need to be happy where they are or they've got time or they need to be content or whatever it is our go-to encouragement is, maybe it's better to ask intentional questions about their life and get to know them better. I'm not really sure what it is about us as humans that when we meet someone that's single or we find out that someone is single, that naturally makes us want to fix it or want to dig deep into that conversation. I know for me, I think marriage is absolutely beautiful and I really admire my parents' marriage and I really admire my sister and her husband, their marriage. And I have a lot of other friends and just people in my life that I really admire their marriages. And so I desire that and I pray for that and I know what feel like that's what the Lord has in my life at some point in my life. But just because he has those plans for Jamie Grace doesn't mean that he has the exact plan for every person. And at the same time, the Lord might have a plan for another person, but it's not always the time for Jamie Grace to speak up and be like, well, I wrote a book on dating. So I wrote a book about it. So you should probably go to JamieGrace.com and buy my book because I know a lot about dating. Because I wrote a book about it. It's an interesting situation, you guys. It's a very interesting situation. I don't know. That's all I really have for today. It is Valentine's Day today, and I have some Taco Bell that's waiting for me, so I gotta go. I'm gonna eat my Taco Bell while I edit this video. Then I'm gonna take a nap. So that's all I got for you guys today. Oh, question of the week. What would you rather have, a taco or some pizza? Hey, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. This Thursday, I'm going to release a Throwback Thursday video where I sing an old school song that I still love dearly. And on Saturdays, Harper's Still Saturdays, ignore the fact that there wasn't on yesterday. It's when I sing with my sister. It's pretty country-fied. But other than that, I hope you are having a great weekend. Hope you have a fantastic week. I will see you very, very, very soon. Miss you already. Bye. As I'm editing this video and I'm eating my Taco Bell, I'm not really awake. I'm super tired. But I kind of missed saying something that I really, really, really wanted to say. And that is just simply this. It is possible. It is so possible. And it is beautiful and it is healthy to be single and to be content where your life is right now. And to also desire marriage and to also desire a family, whether that happens soon or pretty far down the line. So often we teach single people the extremes, oh, you either need to be content and you just don't want that to happen, or why aren't you married yet? And so I just want to say that as just an encouragement really quick to all the singles that it is possible, it is beautiful, it is healthy, and it's biblical to be content where you are right now, yet to still desire something. It's also really hard. It's really hard, but it's possible. Okay, I was trying to keep this under 1 minute. I'm at 1 minute and 2, 1 minute and 3, 1 minute and 4. This is weird. Okay.